so mari rai. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Dekho suno mat bolo. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Religion, philosophy and spirituality. These words look alike, as if they mean the same thing. But if we go into the depth of it, we come to know religion is that where there is no God, but there is a fight on account of God. Then philosophy is that where there is no wisdom. What is philosophy? Wisdom made available for others. And the third one is the spirituality, where wisdom and God coexist. We are talking about spirituality. So, there are three stages. One is Shruti, second is Yukti, third is Anubhuti. What is the foundation on which we are building this palace of spiritual life? So we have to have some authentic, uncreated source of knowledge. Therefore, Shruti Mata, meaning Veda, Upanishad, they are called Shruti. They are apaurushaya. They are not the product of human intellect. And therefore, they do not fall in the purview of logic or cause and effect. And they are universally applied. The Vedic knowledge is not meant for a person in a geographical area at a particular time scale. No. This knowledge is applicable to everyone, whether you believe or you don't believe. This is Veda. Now the second thing. We accept this as the authority of the ultimate knowledge. Thereafter, we simply don't follow, accept it. No, it is said, therefore we accept. No, don't cry. Work on it. Therefore, yukti we apply. Yukti means it is a positive approach of logic by which we are benefited and not destroyed. What we call technically a Shraddha. Shraddha is defined by Bhagavan Shankaracharya. Shastrasya Guruvakyasya Satya Buddhyavadharana Sa Shraddha Kathita Sadbihi Yaya Vastu Upalabhyate. What is said in the Shastra, what is taught us by the Guru, and how that is right, not wrong. So we apply the logic, not to disprove something, but to approve and experience. Therefore, first is Shruti, second is the Yukti. Yukti is applied for this. And the third thing is Anubhuti. So it must be our direct experience. So these are the three stages through which we go. So now, in this Mandukya Upanishad, first of all, we were given the Shruti. What was told? That this world is name and form, and the forms are outside, and the name is inside. So the world is not only outside. There is no problem or worries or issues only in the outer world. There are equal problem issues in the inner world. Therefore, when we talk about the world, we have to take into account both the forms as well as the name. And for that, this Upanishad begins with the Om. Om is both the name and the form. And then it was indicated that Om is the ultimate in the language, any language of the world, because it is having three places where from the language is born. So first is the throat. When we throw the air from our vocal cord, the sound comes A, alpha, same thing. So A is the beginning. Now this A gets modified, it becomes U, and it culminates into Ma. So A, U, Ma together is called as Om. Beyond this, there is no language. So what is this A, U, Ma? So this is the name. Now what is the form? The form are indicated. A is the beginning. So A is the waking experience for the waker. U is the modified experience of the waker in the dream. So he is a dreamer. And the third one, Ma, it concludes, that is the deep sleep. So when we say Om, this picture should come in front of us. Like we have got something, one is the form and an arrow is drawn and the name is given. So the world outside is the Rupa or the forms, and the world inside is the names. And they are parallel like this thing. The first waking for the waker is A, the dreaming for the dreamer is U, and the deep sleep for the deep sleeper is the Ma. This is complete life. Now the question is, are we living our life in fractions? Do we think that waking life is the only life and there is nothing beyond it? Then we are lost in 1/3 of our experiences. And this is where we go wrong. Wrong in the sense we go incomplete in our inquiry. Therefore, it was told that this one reality, because of the three conditioning, first conditioning, body identification, second conditioning, subtle body identification, third conditioning, absence of these two. This is how the waking for the waker, dream for the dreamer, and the deep sleep for the pragya, the deep sleeper. And the substratum is one common denominator. Now the question is, are we living in its totality or we are living only in the fraction? You will see, we always think as if only waking experience is the only life. And then we write the autobiography of a waker. We don't write autobiography of a dreamer. But there is a dreamer also. Now what is the reason we don't write? Because every dream there is a separate dreamer. But for every waking also there is a separate waker. This we are unable to comprehend. And then a fictitious, non-existing personality is created. And then we start writing, I was born and such date. Then I started growing vertically. Then the ceiling came, but I did not give up. Then I started growing horizontally. And then old age came, and then I die. Is that all life? See? So one principle told in this is that we have to recognize that the life is lived in the body but not by the body. See? Once I went to meet my friend Mr. Gupta. And I knocked the door. That maid servant came. And I said, hey, Guptaji is there. No, he is not there. I said, okay, I'll come later. No, 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 it doesn't matter. But the house is there. The furniture is there. The fan is there. The fridge is there. You come and sit. Have I gone to see the house and furniture? I have gone to see the person in the house. In the same manner, life is not lived by the body. Life is lived in the body, and the life is lived by whom? The life is lived by the mind. Which mind? So, there is only one mind. There are not many minds. Like there is one earth, one water, one fire, one air, one space, one mind. There are not many minds. But then what happens? This one mind gets identified with a particular body and a drama begins. And then that drama becomes so real that we forget about everything else. And we get tired, frustrated, exhausted, and then we want to drop. We mean the mind. The mind wants to drop the body identification and get out of the burden of this waking world. What is the next result? We go to sleep. That is why many people come to satsang when they have got issue of not sleeping. In no time they sleep. They are real descendants of Kumbhakarna. Anywhere they can sleep. One of the name of our Arjuna was Gudakesha. Gudakesha means Gudakayaha Ishaha Gudakesha, the one who is the master of sleep. So we are also, we can sleep anywhere. That is not the meaning. Master of the sleep means you can wake up anytime. Oh, that is the one, that is the problem for us. So, when we are tired of this waking world, we go to sleep. Meaning, now the mind drops identification with the body, but we continue to exist. Then the same mind gets identified with its own modifications. How? When we stand in front of the mirror and look there from different angles. So what we are doing? We are getting identified with our own image in the mirror. Look from this angle, look from this angle. So the mind gets identified with the modifications of its own, that is the dream world. And the third, drop the identification, individual mind merges with the total mind. This is our complete life. Now the question is this mind independently existing, or this mind has some substratum? That substratum is indicated Pranava Om, that is the Brahman, which never changes. And in this manner, the whole Upanishad explains our complete life's picture. We accepted, but sometimes we get doubt. Is really God with me? If God is with me, why I am having troubles? Why I am suffering? I am such a great devotee of the God, but this should not happen. Then what for He is? When the doubts come in our life, our knowledge is shaken. And for that, we are told now in the second chapter, the duality is mithya. It is not real, proved by logic. And in this, we have come up to 7th verse. See? Now, what we are discussing is how the dream and the waking experience, they are exactly the same. Because while in the dream, we accept the dream as a solid reality. As we accept this world as a solid reality when we are awake. So how this can be accepted? Now that is the point which is brought out. 7th verse, those who have they chant, those who don't have, Simply move the lips. Saprayojanata tesham स्वप्ने विप्रतिपद्यते तस्मात् आद्यन्तवत्वेन मिथ्यैव खलु ते स्मृता. Whatever we have in the waking, they become redundant when we are in the dream. So if they are real, they should be always available. And whatever is available in the dream, it becomes redundant in the waking. Therefore, both of them are only appearing at a limited period. Therefore, both of them are not real. So as much the achievement and failure of the dream is only an imagination, so much achievement and failure of the waking is equal. Those who are able to digest this, they will be able to go further. How to digest this thing? Hey Gajmola, do mananam again and again. Those things which troubled us when we were small, now we look at it. What has happened to that? Everything gone. See? Because had it been real, it will remain all the time. But it is not. And therefore, the first step to practice this knowledge is, remember, a simple rule. I read this in the story of Shirdi Sai Baba. There was a mechanical seeker. He used to sit and chant everything with regularly. Ramayana, then Vishnu Sahasranam, Bhagavad Gita, every day, very sincerely, loudly, keeping it. He knew everything by heart. He had a big bundle of books. One of the book, Vishnu Sahasranam, was taken away from his thing without his knowledge, given to somebody. And he became so angry. He has stolen my things, and started shouting, fighting, becoming angry. Then he was told, look here, things you can get millions in this world. You are talking about Vishnu Sahasranam, you can get 12 to a dozen. But you don't get human beings. But what happens? We give value and importance to the matter, not to the human beings. And therefore, here we have to understand, worldly objects are for use and throw away. Don't treat the human beings in that light, because through them alone the divine message comes to us. In this manner, when the worldly things, sukha kachara, will no more bother us, then only the gila kachara can be handled. You know, those who are attending, they know. All the possessions are the sukha kachara, and all the relations are the gila kachara. And whenever there is a kachara, there is a stink. You have to remove that. Then only we will be happy. Therefore, don't give too much importance to the worldly things and focus attention on something higher. Now, after having said, now we come to the heaven. What is the position of the heaven? Apurvam sthani dharmo hi yatha swarga nivasinam tanayam prekshate gatva yatai veha sushikshitaha. When we are talking about heaven, after you die, you go to heaven. Now the heavens are of different brand. The heavens of Shaivites is different. The heaven of Vishnu Bhagwan is different. Everybody has got a different heaven, and they are trained right from childhood. Now that goes in their head so really. And then they start imagining, when I go to heaven, there will be Apsara, Rambha, Menaka. This Rambha, Menaka will be in the heaven, will be known only by the Hindus, because they are told. If a Muslim has to go and die to the heaven, their number is also given, 72. They are told right from. So that becomes a big impression on the mind, and that we start imagining. Therefore, everything is happening only in the mind. So, apurvam sthani dharmahi yatha sarga nivasinam tanavam tanayam prekshate gatva. And then, after he has gone to the heaven, he starts seeing that yatha iha sushikshitaha. Therefore, all experiences of our life are as we are trained right from childhood. You can see in our country, start from south, go to the North Himalaya. South Indian Namaskar means Sashtanga Dandavat. As you start growing a little bit towards north, then it becomes not Sashtanga, then it's only like a frog. Then you go little ahead, then in this Maharashtra, they have got the Kaddu Kat Namaskar, cut. Then you go little ahead, then in Gujarat, then they will be only touching from a distance. Go to Punjab, they threaten you by Namaskar. They don't do. As they are told right from childhood, that becomes their lifestyle. And this is how we are all told right from childhood. If you do good, you go to heaven. If you do good, bad, you go to hell. Now here, if you are studying Vedanta, Nayam Atma Balahinena Labhya. Those who are weaklings, for them the truth is not. Once I was somewhere in US and one person asked me this question. You are from India? I said, any objection? No. Are you Hindu? I said, any objection? Then, do you believe in Jesus? I said, no. I believe in Lord Jesus. He's not your pal, Jesus. I believe in Lord Jesus. Then, you are a Christian? I said, yes, I'm a Christian. But you said just now you are Hindu. I said, I am Hindu. How come? Latest technology, 2 in 1. He got angry. If you say like this, you will go to hell. I asked him, excuse me, where will you go? If you are going to go to heaven, I will prefer hell. Life is not for that, going to hell or heaven. We are told something different, but we understand something different. Masses can be controlled only by 2 remote buttons. One is guilt, second is fear. If you do this thing, you will go to hell. And in the 7th canto of Bhagavad Mahapuran, there are 28 types of hells. You can choose. Big menu. Oh, if you do this thing, you will go there in the hell, and then you will be taken whole thing and put in the basin, and then there is a big kadai, boiling oil, and you will be put there, big pakoda, but you will not die. You are there to suffer. And then you will be kept on a big table, and all the vultures will come and start eating you if you do this thing. Okay, I will not do it. Nothing has happened. Masses can be controlled only by the remote control of fear. Second thing, masses can be controlled by introducing an element of guilt. See, friends, if we do not take this principle, life after death, nothing can justify why we should be good. If I accept, theoretically, that if I die, everything is over, then what will happen? I'll become Vijay Mallya. See? Take lot of loans, I will not return. Kya karna hai kar lo. Because nothing is happening to him. In the same manner, if we have that notion that we can do anything we like and it will be okay, never mind. Can this world survive? Therefore, this Dharma Shastra is meant for introducing self-control on ourselves. Friends, self-control is introduced when we follow the do's and don'ts of the Dharma. It is for that purpose. And this is how the topics of going to hell or heaven come. Now, the second purpose of this topic in our scriptures is that when somebody dies, the body may be burnt away, but he continues to be in some other body. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, you will go to other body. That means what? You don't die. The body died. Then the question comes, who is this I? And this is how these topics slowly help us becoming self-oriented. Now we are selfish. So when we become self-oriented, then our inquiry is based on the two foundations. One is the Shruti, authority of the Upanishad, and the logic which is falling in line with the authority of the Upanishad. When these two things are put together, then he will be slowly be at peace with himself. Continuing further, Swapna pravruttavapi chet चेतसा कल्पितं त्वसत् बहिश्चेतो गृहीतं सदा दृष्टं वैतथ्यमेतयोः. In the dream, स्वप्न वृत्तौ अपि तु अंतचेतसा कल्पितं तु असत्. See, I am seeing whether it's a dream or the waking. Whatever I am seeing outside, that alone I take as real. Whatever is seen, experienced inside, no, it is just imagination. See? Same thing happens. When the dream is experienced 100% as a waking experience, and in that dream, which is lived as a waking experience, there also it is the same thing. External things are real and internal is wrong. Waking also, we take this worldly matter, things, buildings, wealth, money, that as real. And inside what we are, that is taken as just useless. This is how both, whether we talk about the worldly experiences or the dream experiences, they fall in the same category. Therefore, if the experiences gathered by the mind in the dream are taken as illusions, on what ground can we take the experiences of the waking which are also gathered by the same mind? Either accept the dream as real as much as the waking, or discard the waking as much we discard the dream as an imagination. But what happens? We have biasness. Dream is discarded as imaginary and waking is taken as real. And this is how we suffer. Here we have to clearly, distinctly understand. After this is said, Ubhayorapi Vaitatyam Vedanam Sthanayor Sthanayor Yadi क एतान बुध्यते भेदान को वै तेषां विकल्पकः. Now here a question is raised. Okay, ubhayaropi vaitatyam bhedanam sthanayo. In both the places, waking and the dream, all that is seen, experience is illusion, agreed. Who sees the illusion? Who sees the illusion? So from here, we are now going deep into ourselves. Friends, as long as we are extrovert, our questions will be caught up in cause and effect. A real seeker is born when the question language changes. Why, how, when, where. This is dropped and the question is who. This also I told you probably in Tripura Rahasya, there is a very nice presentation. Parshuramji Maharaj killed Kshatriyas 21 times. And 22nd time he came across Bhagwan Ram. There he was defeated. And therefore he became frustrated. So frustrated people, what they do? They go to Himalayas. So all frustrated people are in Himalayas. But he did not go there. He was in the south, so he went to Malaigiri. There he came across a great master. Relax. No problem, no issue. Relax. So he said, come on, what is this? I am experiencing something different. This is not the same what I was in. What is this? He said, this is Brahmananda, which is uncreated bliss. Created bliss ultimately becomes blister. So, what is this Brahmananda? Tell me. He said, it can't be told. Avyavaharya. It can't be explained. It can be experienced but cannot be explained. Be attentive. We cannot explain our experience in any word because it is so subtle. One example, one girl, maybe about 8-10 years, she used to write me, Swamiji, I love you. After every 2-3 days, that WhatsApp used to come. First time, Swamiji, I love you. So I used to say it something, one heart or okay, thumbs up or something. After a few days, she wanted to say, I really love you. So she said, I L O O O O O O O O O 3-4 lines O V and you. I love you. What is this? The experience cannot be put in words. Friends. Therefore, question is, who experiences this Vaitatya, the illusion of the waking and the dream? This is the question. Now this question is answered here. Kalpayati atmana atmanam atma deva swamayaya. See? It is our own projection. We only do the kalpana. See? There is a story of Layla and Majnu. You must have heard. Some of you maybe. So it is said that Majnu was very handsome and Layla was very ugly to look at. When they were not separating, so as one of the efforts, Layla's father told to Majnu, see, you are so handsome. Why don't you find out someone beautiful girl for you? She doesn't match to you. You are so wonderful. Why are you getting lost in my ugly daughter? She is good for nothing. Majnu uvacha. Majnu said, to see the beauty of Layla, you require the eyes of Majnu. What can you do? See, friends, experience cannot be transferred. You have to have your own experience. Friends, therefore, who is the creator of this experience that everything is illusion? So it is said, Kalpeti Atma Atmana Deva Swamayaya. We own ourselves create. We only imagine. There is no what do you call freedom to work in India. There is no money. See? There are no opportunities in India. Then they go to USA. And after going there, what they do? Wash dishes. There is opportunity to wash dishes. Here you don't have. Here servants are available. See, friends, it's all our own imagination. And those people who are living here after their qualification, are they dumb or what? And those who go there, are they wise? On the contrary, they are otherwise. Except those who are here from there. I had to survive. See, friends, it's only our own imagination. Therefore, so mayaya. And for the imagination, there is no logic. So we only imagine this is real. You imagine this is required. Otherwise, why we will gather so many things? In some place, one couple, they came and asked me, I don't know who were they. Swamiji, we have got, you know, the happiness of the Bombay people. Their happiness is totally different from your happiness. Their happiness is they are waiting for the bus, and the same bus which they want comes happy. Then higher degree happiness. They can enter in the bus. So, third degree happiness. They can stand near a pillar inside. Fourth happiness. They get a seat to sit near the aisle. Fifth happiness. They get a seat near the window. Daridri people have got Daridri happiness. Hey, friends. Therefore, how many we are thinking we will add one more room to our flat? Why? There is no place. Why? See, all the furniture, room, and everything is so much. They will not think, remove the furniture. So they are constructing one room for the furniture. Friends, empty yourself. The truth will be revealed. Like the example I gave you, in a suitcase, when it is filled, and every suitcase has got the same story. So you can't add space. Space is already there. It is over occupied by the contents. Remove the content, the space is there. Exactly the same way. We don't have to become divine. We are divine. But the divinity is filled with all the garbage of the sukha kachra and gila kachra. Empty that, you are divine. You don't have to become divine. You are. Whether you want or you don't want. Jabardasti, yes. Whether you know or you don't know. This is the beauty of our Upanishad. Therefore, kalpayati atmana atmanam atmam deva swamayaya. It is all the big drama the God is playing. We are playing. Is it not? Boy and a girl happily living, but then something goes in their mind. What a life without a wife. Now that useless fellow starts going to temples. And he is standing before Hanumanji, I wish I get a good wife. And that very moment, one girl comes and rings the bell, turn. I think God has given me a message. Where from it has come? So Mayaya. He is only imagining. And then he looks at her and smiles and all that. Then how come you have come here this time? You come every day? No, today only I came. I don't come every day because I came to collect my children from the school. Oh God. The whole imagination flop. This is how the world is created. God has not created. God created a woman. We created a daughter. We created a wife. We created a sister. We created a mother-in-law. And who is troubling us? Not God's creation. In God's creation, there is no misery. In our creation, there is no joy. See, my friends, therefore, kalpeti atmanam atmana atma deva swamayaya sa eva buddhyate bhedan. And he only goes on telling the differences. See, what is the difference? That this is real, that is not real, this is waking, this is dream, this is all imaginary. And ultimately, he only comes to discover, I was unnecessarily fighting with my wife. See, fighting with the wife, is it right? But I don't know why I was fighting. Something went wrong with me. And then we realize, no, it is not good. Because she is earning, I have to survive somehow. Slowly, we come back. Iti Vedanta Nishchayaha. So we create the problem by our own thinking, and we alone can solve the problem by right thinking. Therefore, this principle I told you, problems are not anywhere in the world. Problems are in our thinking process. Change your standpoint. If you see this understanding, take an example. If you see what will be the relationship between the wave against wave, competition, jealousy, fighting, achievement, failure, wave against wave. Second relationship, wave against ocean. Will the wave compete with the ocean? No. Then wave will surrender to the ocean. Third, what will be the experience of the uh, water? Will the water be afraid of getting drowned in the ocean or get broken because the waves dies? No. Everything is seen. Waves are dancing, fighting, dying. The oceans are high and deep and shallow. But from the water's point of view, they have no existence. Therefore, friend, the ultimate what our Upanishad tells is we are not in anything, everything is in me. But change this standpoint, be attentive. This example is very simple to understand. But we have to apply that you have to do. I can't do for you. In and out. From this experience, the samsara begins. In and out. We are inside. Inside what? Inside the hall. What is outside? Outside are our slippers. So in and out is created because these walls we have taken real. Now inside space and outside space, are they different? They are the same. Now ask the space, what is your experience? So space will not say inside, outside. Space will say, the hall is in me, but I am not in the hall. Get this point across. This I have been explaining again and again. Work on it. All your problems will be dissolved. No problem can be solved. Problems have to be dissolved. See? So what is the problem? How can we dissolve? Take one by one. External air, internal air. Are they two? Same. Internal and external is created because our attention is on the body. If the internal air is not in touch with the external air, life is not possible. So what we have to understand, whether the air is inside the body or the body is in the air. Think. Like the hall is in the space, body is in the air. Now go one step further. Any object which is known by us, it must be included in our mind. That is called the vritti vyapti. That which is included in the mind, that alone is known by us. And where the knowledge happens inside. The same mind. So the same mind is outside as well as inside. And therefore, from the mind's point of view, both the inside and outside are illusion. Everything is in me. And therefore our scriptures tell, work on your mind. Real spirituality begins when you can mind your mind properly. We take care of everything except our mind. And when the thinking process is corrected, problems do not require to be solved because there are no problems. They will be dissolved. See, friends. Therefore, Somayaya Devaha Kalpayati. He alone imagines that I am unlucky, I am frustrated, blah, 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 blah. And then we become frustrated. And then we come to know something different. There was a man, he was told by somebody, troubleshooter, I heard your son met with an accident in US. And this man, old people, got very frustrated. And in that he started talking to him. I mean, so many times I told you. The wife is there. That time the wife enjoys when the husband is disturbed. So she said, what happened? Why are you shouting? Then see, this is what happened. He said, and you believe? Why don't you call him and find out? Then the head comes to the normal. Then he calls and he scolds. Dad, how many times I told you, don't call this time, it is night here. Put down, he is there. Where all this thing happened? Nothing happened. If the news is somebody else's son was disturbed, we become philosopher. These days, children are not responsible. But when it comes to our child, every problem begins. Therefore, friends, know this for certain. If we mind our mind, most of the problems of life are dissolved. But we have never done it. Nobody teaches us. They don't know. See? Are we taught right from childhood how to think? Never. Whatever I feel, I am right. I feel I'm wrong. That's all. And therefore, everything good and bad in this world that we go through, we are squarely responsible. And therefore, the moment you understand it was a wrong process of thinking, correct it, problems are not solved, they are dissolved. This is Vedanta Nishchayaha. Now, Vikaroti aparan bhavan anantaschite vyavasthitan niyatascha bahishchitte evam kalpayate prabhu. Now, the same Paramatma, he in his own mind goes on imagining different types of imaginations. This is how the desire is defined in our scriptures. We have a notion. A notion has no logic. I am incomplete. See, like an educated IT professional, free, intelligent, rich, there is nothing lacking in him. But then a virus enters. Which virus? Coro. You know corona is a coro virus. What a life without a wife. Coro shadi. Virus has entered. Thereafter, yatra yatra manoyati. Wherever the mind goes, he starts searching whether she is good or she is not good. Where from the whole thing is being created. Therefore, this Atma, we ourselves go on imagining that I want a wife like this. She should be intelligent, she should be beautiful. Contradiction in terms. And then you are searching, you get, you don't get, and you enjoy, you suffer. Friends, remember, work on your mind. The day you work on your mind, all problems will be dissolved. Therefore, don't blame anybody for any problems of your life. After that is said, then we come to finally. Chitta kalahi yentastu dvayakalascha ye bahihi kalpita evate sarve vishesho nanya hetukaha. The inner, that means during the dream, whatever things we imagine, they exist only as long as the imagine or the dream is going on. Therefore, chitta kala. When the dream is going on, everything is real. But it continues to be real only during the dream. After the dream is over, where the friends have gone, where the enemies have gone, where every achievement, failure has gone, they do not exist. But the external thing, they are dvikala. See, when we are awake, that time they are. When we are sleeping, that time also they continue to be. And therefore, when we wake up, we again wake up in the same place. Therefore, they are, both of them are only imaginary, it's not real. Therefore, friends, remember, problems are in our mind. Don't blame anybody. Don't blame God. Oh God, why did you create the world? Don't. Then, avyakta eva ye antastu sputa eva cha ye bahi. Inner, that is in the dream, all the objects in the dream are not solid. They are only thoughts. And bahihi and the external objects are solid. Because of this, that doesn't mean that something is real, something is unreal. Both of them are equally. Kalpita evate sarve visheshastu indriya antare. Therefore, differences are external objects are contacted through sense organs, but internal objects are there. The mind itself is the object, the mind itself is the instrument of knowledge, and the mind itself is the knower of the object. So the mind alone has taken all the three positions exactly the same way. The external and internal are only as long as the mind is functional. When the mind is not functional, the worldly things disappear. Jivam kalpayate purvam tato bhavan pruthak vidhan bayan adhyatmikaschaiva yatha vidyasya tha smriti. Now this Paramatma, he alone imagines. Kalpayate purvam tato bhavan pruthak vidhan. So he goes on imagining the earlier things, and the same thing are again projected again and again. And therefore, whatever we are is according to the memory stuff that we have in our mind. See? The samashti, totality, has impact on the individuality. Like if you go in UP. In UP, they chant in a particular manner. Sanskrit, for English, for example. Stone. They will not say stone. Is stone. Smile is smile. Speak is speak. Everybody says, so when the children are studying, it goes so deep in their system that they will be talking only in that language, in the same manner. We are all carrying these impressions in the mind, and that alone is again and again creating the impressions. Therefore, friends, one of the spiritual practices is this. Live in this world in such a manner that no impressions are created on your mind. Bhagavad Gita, this is the foundation of Bhagavad Gita. Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujjasva naivam papam avapsasi. Live in such a manner that you do not create any impressions on your mind. How impressions are created? Either we win or we are defeated. When we win, one impression, ha ha ha. When defeated, hoo hoo hoo. We gain something, again ha ha ha. We lose, hoo hoo hoo. Different impressions. We are happy, we bounce out of the body. When we are miserable, we go buried in the world. Bhagavan says, Same Krutva. This technique we are told in our happy mantra. Dekho, suno, mat bolo. Go through the experiences of life, but do not create an experiencer. You have learned highest spiritual practice. And you know how beautiful it is? It is our natural state. It is not abnormal. See? Now this example, I see colors and forms, they are not influenced by them. So not getting influenced by any color and any form is our natural state. We don't have to do anything. Equally true, our mind is also not influenced by anything with this experience. Then how the impressions happen? When we give a status of reality to that. And when the status of reality is given, somebody as an experiencer is born. Therefore, we have to repeat again and again. Experience without experiencer. And how the experiencer is created? When experiences are commented upon. It is good, it is bad, experiencer is created. Therefore, go through all the experiences of life without any comment. But that is our habit. Anybody, we Indians, anywhere we see something, immediately we start writing his Kundali. When are you born? Where are you born? Why you were born? How it was? No need. Who asked you? Stop reacting to anything in this world. Only act. Slowly, the mind will learn that it is only the illuminator and not influenced. Like the light is only illuminator. Whether there are 100 people or 2 people, it makes no difference to the light. If all of us go, makes no difference. Same thing is true with the knowledge. Whether the things are there or not, nothing happens to us. Hold on to this untouched reality that we are. And when you start working on this, then you will come to this Mandukya Upanishad. Waking comes and goes. In the waking, what do we gain? And when the waking is over, what do we lose? We are the same. Dream comes and goes. When dream comes, we are in Alaska. And when the dream has gone, we don't wake up in Alaska. We are here only in Bengaluru. Therefore, again and again work on this. That all the experiences are coming and going. We have neither come nor gone. This unchanging substratum is our being. This experience of yours, this is the Turiya Atma, Chaturthapad. Experiences are happening, but experiencer is not born. So, Jivam kalpayate purvam. So we only imagine, I the self, imagine purvam, earlier I imagined Jivam. So what is that? Man imagines, I am husband, and then becomes miserable. But instead of imagining and becoming miserable, think, what? Am I by birth husband? Or I am man by birth? Of course, I am man by birth. Then how husband? By mistake. So you pay for your mistake. Nobody can do that. See, friends, the day you recognize this thing, that it is the conditioned one who is miserable, and conditioned one is not real. Again and again work on this. So the Paramatma kalpayati jivam purvam tato bhavan pruthak vidhan. And then the jiva, he starts imagining so many things. And therefore, Bhayyan Adhyatmikam Chaiva, then external things also are imagined by the jiva, the soul, the body, as well as internal. And therefore, slowly, when we recognize the one who is going through good and bad experiences has no independent existence. This point, once it happened in Mumbai. One girl, she came and because her mother told, you cannot be present for this function. They had some function, whatever it may be. Because you are divorced, you have no husband, this function is meant only for these Saubhagyavati girls. Don't know what function it is. So, mother says, go away. But then, that man, maybe I am not married to him because I divorced, but he didn't die. Then, don't ask me, go and ask Swamiji. We are freely available. Okay. Swamiji, Mummy has asked me to ask you. I said, tell her, I don't want to get married to you. No, not for that. Then for what? Question was, after divorce, the girl becomes widow or not? The reply, who died? Think. Then I immediately became serious. I have studied all the 4 Vedas. Nowhere in the Vedas this issue can be sorted out. See, after divorce, the husband or the wife will die if they existed. Where are they? See, friends, we have to change our vision. Everything is in me. I am not in anything. Once you start training your vision, 1 or 2 examples I'll give you. Once I was in Hawaii with my friend. We went to a nice Chinese hotel. And I said, yeah, find out what is vegetarian. And meanwhile, I was with my camera taking pictures. There was a big aquarium And I was taking pictures from different angles. He came and asked, Swamiji, what are you doing? I said, dancing. Swamiji, why do you talk like that? I said, you are seeing I am taking pictures. Why do you ask the same question? What are you doing? Okay, you are taking pictures. No, I agree. Then I said, now you tell me. What can you imagine that I am taking picture of? So tell me. Maybe you are taking picture of the fish. I said, no. Maybe that big snake in the aquarium. I said, no. Maybe the different color fish, small baby fishes. I said, no. Maybe then the decoration inside the aquarium. I said, no. Maybe the vast, big size of the aquarium. I said, no. I don't know what you are saying. I said, I tell you, don't get frustrated. I am seeing the water. Oh God. I said, am I telling you something wrong? I am seeing water. Now tell me, what I am seeing in water? Again, same thing. The fish, this. I said, everything wrong. Then I said, I am seeing whether the water is disturbed when the fish move. When the fish moves, do the waters get tickling? Hey, don't move here. Good. Is it happening? When we add more fish, will it be a burden to the water? Think. If we remove all the fish, will it be a loss? Friends, exactly. Achievements in the waking, failures in the waking, it makes no difference to me. Good dreams and bad dreams, they come and go, makes no difference to me. That all inclusive reality is our essential nature. And to catch it, the simple technique is make absence as an object of experience. But absence is not an object. Can we say, hey, get me a glass of absence? No. Absence what? Absence of. Take anything. So what is the word? Name and a form. Sound and a shapes. So absence of the sounds. What is that? Silence. Make silence as the object of experience. But the ears cannot hear the silence. Ear can hear only the sounds. How can I make the sounds as an the silence as an object of experience? Sounds are there. Work on it. This is meditation. Then one day you will get a click. Listening to silence means not getting disturbed by sounds. Because what is the world? Only two things, names and forms. And we get so much influence by them. Therefore, friends, recognize as the waters in the aquarium doesn't get influenced by the contents, so also in place of the waters in the aquarium, keep yourself. I am that water which is supporting the waking fishes and go, the dream, the deep sleep, the samadhi, I remain ever the same. In Yoga Vashishta, this thing comes. The technique given there is start from this space. Start playing. Don't do meditation. I am non-meditation person. I don't believe in meditation. Meditation is not an action, it is an experience. So start playing. what it is like being space. Because what is space? Absence of forms. Space is formless. So start playing what it is like being space. Your mind will dissolve. Mind can survive on the diet of name and form. But when we are conducting ourselves in the world, don't react. Dekho suno mat bolo. Your mind remains untouched. But when we react, the mind is involved. Okay. So, waking experience comes, good, bad, goes. We are the same. Dream experience comes and goes. Nothing happens to us. We are the same. Satsang begins and ends. Nothing happens to us. We are the same. That unchanging reality we are. That is the reason whether somebody sleeps or somebody listens, I don't get disturbed. That is the reason. Because those who are awake, do you think they are listening? Hey friends, take life lightly in the light of wisdom. Then you have understood. Atma, the self, Jivam kalpayate purvam. We only go on imagining. Life is incomplete without marriage. We get married, we become husband and wife, and we go through, and then we start fighting. Don't take life seriously. God created this world for time pass. You're getting bored. He thought, let me put these two things together. Will you like such a movie or such a drama? There was a boy. He went to a garden. And that very moment, a girl comes. Both of them look at each other. And then he likes her, she likes him. They together go to the parents. She goes to his parents, he goes to her parents and say, I want to marry your daughter, I want to marry your son. Okay, get married. Will that drama function? What kind of drama? But when he goes to the garden, she also goes. And he looks not directly, looking through the angle. And that very time, Gabbar Singh comes. And he starts teasing that girl. Now this fellow, he becomes very strong and start beating, dishing, falls down, the blood starts coming and all that thing. And then the director tells the Gabbar Singh, now you go. Gabbar Singh goes. Now the next scene comes. Then that girl takes her sari pallu, tears it, music, and then ties down like Sai Baba. And then he and she goes to her house. And no, I'll kill you if you get married to him. Then she said, Dad, you don't have to kill. I'll commit suicide. I'm self-sufficient. मजा आ रहा है ना? ये थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियां. Otherwise, life becomes stale, like the Western food. Breakfast sandwich, lunch sandwich, evening tea sandwich, dinner sandwich. And in that sandwich, there are neither sand nor witch. See our Indian food? Sambar. Next avatar. Rasam. Add water. Look at this world with this light-heartedness. You have learned all spiritual life. You are not here to suffer. God did not create us to make miserable. He is also not miserable. Upanishad says, Anandadeva kalvimani bhutani jayante, anandena jatani jivanti. This creation is not out of frustration. Yaar, मैं बोर हो गया, ठीक है, बना देता हूँ. It is not the evening dinner. If the world is the creation of bliss, where from the blisters have come? That is our creation. Therefore, this is all only happening to those who do not exist. The Jiva is told in our scriptures for one important principle. Be attentive. We are all expert. We are trying to learn what a soul, a Jiva is. We are all expert in blaming others for all the problems of our life. If I am a wife, the problem and issues are only my husband. If I am a daughter-in-law, the problem of my life is the mother-in-law. We are so clear about it. Then what will be the sadhana done by the wife? Try to improve the husband. He is already destroyed when he got married to you. How can he improve? Had he been wise, he will never get married. Then our scriptures tell. This actually happened. One couple came and he told me, Swamiji, please don't quote my story in your exam, in your lectures. I said, you are giving me such a good example. I will not tell name, but I will tell. Now his question was, why she is torturing me? I said, look here, do you want to continue or to get out of this issue? I want to get out of, but she doesn't listen. I said, then you listen to me. In the last life, you have tortured her a lot. And therefore, to take the revenge, she practiced Karwa Chauth. Now, next 7 lives, she will not leave you. Oh God, but I don't remember anything what I have done to her. You may not remember. The divine computer never fails. It is in the memory. Now, what is to be done? Now, first of all, stop blaming her for your miseries. Number 1. Number 2, start behaving properly with her. What will happen? Your life quality will change. We all suffer when we blame others for the issues of our life. Stop blaming. Then what will happen? Then slowly, the tension in your house will be reduced. And then what will happen? Then when you die in the next life, she will not be your wife. Agreed. This is the freedom from lives, not only this life. Now what is achieved? That you stop blaming others for all the issues of your life. That is the meaning. Therefore, the jiva is just a kind of, one example I'll give you. Time is over. Stop. Should I stop or tell something? Boss, I don't go beyond the orders of the boss. He says, stop, I stop. What is the jiva? These mothers are so terrible. They tell their children, Swamiji knows everything, go and ask, don't ask me. So I went to somebody's house for food. One of my professional hazard. So there was some time at the food to be ready. So the son came. Swamiji, mummy told you know everything. I said, you ask her, I don't know. No, you know everything. Now tell me, this is my mathematics question. How to solve it? I don't know. Mathematics, I can't even count properly. I forget after 79, it is 90 or 80. I can't do that. No, you are not telling. You tell me. And the problem was, see, there is a water tank. It has got 2 holes, inlet and outlet. If the tank is completely empty, outlet is closed and inlet is open, the tank gets filled in 45 minutes. Then you close the inlet and open the tank. The tank is emptied in 42 minutes. If the tank is completely empty and both the inlet and outlet are simultaneously open, when will the tank be filled? So I gave answer, don't waste water. What will be the approach? Suppose it will take X minutes, is it not? And that supposition that it will take X minutes and you give your answer book, will you get marks? You have to establish the value of X, is it not? We talk about soul, soul, soul. Make a soul career and enjoy. Don't get frightened with that dumb thing. See, establish the value of soul. What is the soul? Soul in our day-to-day language. Husband is a soul and man is Brahman, God. Man is never miserable. Dash, dash, dash. Husband is sometimes miserable. It does not make him all the time miserable. Therefore, if you have to define a husband, how will you define? Man reflected in the mirror of wife. That reflection plus mirror plus man. These three components put together is husband, is it not? Jiva. What is the Jiva? Jiva is Paramatma manifesting through the body as life is the Jiva. And it is common. Like take this example of the electricity. Electricity expressing through the bulb as light. So if you have to define the light, can you define light without electricity and the bulb? Only in the electricity there is no light. Only in the bulb there is no light. Only in the Prakriti there is no Jiva. Only in Paramatma there is no Jiva. Jiva is the unholy, unborn child between the unholy wedlock of Purusha and Prakriti. And that Jiva, after death, he goes to hell and he goes to heaven. You go there, I am happy here. This is called as the moral of the story. Tatparya Nirnay. When certain things are told, what for? They are not told to frighten us, but to help us get out of wrong thinking. Therefore, neither we have experience of birth, nor we have experience of growth, nor we have experience of death. It is the grace of the people when they see an old lady and they say, Auntie, what is the time? Don't call me auntie before everything. Everybody, call me Didi or a Buddha, Didi. Friends, therefore, recognize this divinity that we are here. Jivam kalpayate purvam. We imagine first that I am the most miserable husband. I don't know what sin I have done. You have not done any sin. Because you are nowhere. The one who is thinking the husband doesn't exist. You remember yesterday's story? Rana Pratap? We are all Rana Pratap. Get out of that wrong thinking. Then Bhayyan Adhyatmikaschaiva. Then this jiva starts imagining these things are the source of happiness, this is very important, this should be possessed. Imagine. And inside he again starts imagining, I am lucky, I am unlucky, I have achieved, I am a failure. So this jiva is going on imagining according to the training that he has given him. So give yourself a training. If somebody does a mistake, how are you? Don't take a revenge. Sit down. And start. In 1847, when my great-grandfather was born, nobody is interested in our past. Everybody is concerned about their future. Therefore, remain at peace. Don't talk to anybody about your past. Don't ask anybody about their past. Then what to talk? Talk such topics which do not create sin or merit. Topic number 1. Government is corrupt. that people of a country who are corrupt, that is a bad country. That country where government is corrupt is very, very bad country. That country where judiciary is corrupt, the country is destroyed. This is what it is. Why you worry? As long as you are living here, live happily and get out. This world has always been like this. Last word. All those who have come to save this world, they were shaved off. World is like this. Ramayana also, Mahabharata also, now also. There is nothing new in this world. In what for we are here? Become or remain such a fit instrument that He will choose us and express through us. That is the only purpose of our life. He is, poor fellow, searching someone through whom he can express. Therefore, spiritual life is work on yourself, not on the world. The world is beautiful. But then who will help the world to improve? The one who created, he will do it. See? If you have got Samsung phone and you have got the operation manual of the iPhone, can you use it? You should take only the Samsung manual. In the same manner, who created this world? Bhagavan says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati. I have created, I will come, don't worry. Then what is the manual? Manual is Bhagavad Gita. Follow, work, practice, and then you will discover that जिसको ढूंढते थे गली गली वो दिन के अंदर मिली. Your peace is within you, not without. Discover and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.